Hi students, today our topic is component of a computer. So we know that the computer, if you take one computer, it consists of so many parts because we need basic thing is we need to give one input and that should be processed, then we will get one output. So basically if you have gone for one basic arithmetic operation means you will be giving one input, and after processing such arithmetic operation you will be getting output. So if you have in that way, if you have think in that way, you will have three main parts of component of your computer. What are those means? First one is input unit, and in the central in the center you will have one CPU, central processing unit, and the output side you will be having output. So what is the input you are getting will be processed in the central processing unit, and you will be getting the output what you have decided, what you have targeted. So this is the basic things in the components of your computer. So let us see one by one. So if you have these components of your computers are divided into three parts. First one is input unit, and in the center central processing unit, and the third one output unit. Okay, let us see one by one. So input unit. So input unit is nothing but what we are giving. What we are giving as a user, what we are entering, that will be cached in the computer. That means how you will use the input devices, through keyboard or through mouse or through some other input devices. You will be that input data from the user will be read in the inside the computer. So that it only creates the link between the user and computer. This is the initial step. How we can get connected with computer means by getting the inputs from the user. So by either by using keyboards, or by dragging the mouse, or some other light pens and some other input devices, scanning, and so many things, so many input devices are there. So this input unit is acts as a link between the user and the computer, right? So and also what this is the this act as a link between the user and computer. What it will perform, what is the action it is performing means, it will translate the information from in the form of understandable by the computer. It will transform the information what a user will give. So this will be transformed into the another form which will be understandable by the computer. Okay, so if I have typed A B C D means this A B C D will be read and will be understandable by the computer, and it will be shown in the your desktop or your monitor or like that. So say for example you are going for typing your paragraph in your notepad means, if you are typing, so what is the paragraph you are typing, that will be cached from the input unit, that will be stored and processed in the central processing unit, and using a monitor that will be printed in the monitor screen. So this is the simple process. So this input unit only will initiate the process. It will initiate the processing of that computer. So that's what it is acting as a link between the user and computer, right? Then after that, now we gave one inputs. Then what will happen? It will be processed in the input central processing unit. So when you go when you revise this central processing unit, there are three major parts of central processing units are there. One is memory unit, another one is control unit, and third one is arithmetic and logical unit. So first one is memory unit, second one is control unit, and third one is arithmetic logical units. These are all interconnected. Very important thing is these are all interconnected. So when you're going for one data processing means one application, one work means, these three will be interlinked, will be interconnected, and you will be getting the desired output unit in the output devices, through the output devices, right? So these are all interconnected devices, interconnected parts. So let us see one by one in the CPU. So we know that CPU is the brain of the computer. We know that it is very common statement what we are following from the schooling onwards. So CPU is the act as a brain of the computer because it only process all type of data processing applications and operations, any storaging, and then any controlling part. So everything will be coming into and dumped into the CPU part. That is what it is called as the brain of the computer. So what are the basic things what can be performed in CPU means either it can store the data or it can do some arithmetic operations, and then it can control some monitoring operation. So these are the major part of part of operations can be done in the CPU unit, right? So according to this, we have classified the CPU into three components. First one is arithmetic or logical unit and memory unit, control unit, right? So we will see one by one now. Arithmetic logical unit, we know from the name itself, again it is classified into two sections. First section is arithmetic section and second section is logical section. Arithmetic section, we know that what is meant by arithmetic means some operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, finding the modulo, and some mathematical equations, sine, cos, tan, some arithmetic operations, some kind of mathematical equations like that. So equation implementation, these are all coming under the category of arithmetic section. Then what is the part of logical means? Logical is like decisions, how we can make the decision. If the value is less than this one means what we can do. So how we can jump on to the next condition, and how we can compare one data with another data, and how we can select one data from the list of data, and how we can merge one data with another data. So these kind of operations are called as logical section. Okay, so the first one is arithmetic section, what we are doing basic things, no addition, subtraction, multiplication, all kind of mathematical operations will come under the category of arithmetic. And logicals means making the decisions, how we can make the decision, how we can combine, how we can compare this one element value into another one element value, and how we can combine one list of data with another list of data. So these kind of logical operations are coming under the category of logic section. That is what it is called as arithmetic and logical unit, ALU unit, right? Then memory unit. So memory unit is mainly, this unit is used to store data, instruction and intermediate results. Intermediate results in the sense it is a temporary results. So say for example, you are going for swapping of two numbers means one temporary variable will be used for swapping. At that time that temporary variable is called as the intermediate result. So that time the temporary variable should be stored in, that value of the temporary variable should be stored in memory unit. So this kind of storing process, that mainly it will be concentrating on storing, it will not do any data processing. Mainly whatever the process is going on, what are the data processing or application is going on, what is the thing should be stored in main memory will be stored in the memory unit. Okay, so this is called as memory unit, right? So it is also known as internal storage unit or main memory or primary storage or random access memory. So the main memory is called as a random access memory, and then apart from that, memories are classified into two categories, primary memory and secondary memory. This primary memory is called as a RAM, and what is that? Secondary memory is called as a ROM, that means random read only memories, ROM. Okay, so that and all will study in the next chapters, right? Then, so this is the thing what we have following in memory unit. All inputs and outputs are transmitted through the main memory only. So what are the things what we are giving from the user will be stored in the main memory, and then what is after the data processing, after the logical operations or arithmetic operations done in the CPU unit, that output value should be stored in the main memory. So that is what all inputs and outputs are transmitted through the main memory only. Okay, everything will be stored in the main memory, right? This is about main memory, right? Next one, output unit, right? We have now given one input, and with that based on that input, based on the logic we have done some operations. After that, what happen means we have to output, we have to transmit this output to output device through with the help of output devices. We have to show it to the users, right? So this is the for transmitting that results from CPU to output devices. We have one unit, that unit is called as output units. So output unit consists of devices with the help of which we get information from the user. Okay, so that output unit only will transmit the result of computer to the users, and that is what it is. It is the link between the computer and user. But whereas the input unit is the link between user and computer, output unit is the link between computer to user. Okay, so simply what it will do means it will translate the computer's output in the form of understandable by users. So either we can view my result in monitors, or I can take printout. So these kind of output devices, with the help of these kind of output devices, I can see my results, right? Hope I understood the concept of components of computer. I will catch you in the next video about the next topic.